incarnation of a deity. We're looking at the State Department's AI area right here. And when I look at this, I'm reminded of the phrase, I am that I am. Okay. And then we have AI. Hello. Good morning or good evening, Michelle. Let me put this over to me. So I don't even know what the title of this is anymore. That's all right. So we're talking about the birth and incarnation of a deity and the Christianing of that deity, so we ask ourselves, was AI ever born? And if so, when was it born? Because it was either born, excuse me, or brought into existence. And hello. So let's come over here. So you can go to lovely Google. The field of artificial intelligence, AI, was officially born and Christianed at a workshop organized by John McCarthy in 1956 at the Dartmouth Summer Research Project on Artificial Intelligence. So, AI was technically, they say it was actually, well, artificial intelligence, AI, is among today's most popular topics. A commonly forgotten fact is that it was actually born in 1950 and went through a hype cycle. You know what hype means? Between 1956 and 1982. So the hype cycle, 1956. So AI was officially born and Christianed. You know, when we have a baby, you have a baby, it's born. At a certain age, you go take it, you get it Christianed, you get it baptized and stuff. And let's see what it means to, what is Christianing? Christianing is a type of baptism, traditional in Catholic or Anglican Church, commonly baptizing babies and young children. It includes ordered ceremony, and frequently the child is christened with a new Christian name in gathering of a family and friends. So AI went through a ceremony, more or less, and it was a christening ceremony after it was born, and it was given its name. And that was by John McCarthy. And there's been, the McCarthy bloodline is a very wealthy bloodline. It really is. In 1956. So officially born and Christianed at a workshop. And during that time, like the 1950s, it was when Eisenhower was president. Okay, and way back then, you know, you had McCarthyism and the Red Scare, and the communists were infiltrating every branch of government, every agency possible, and he was also a Republican. And not that it matters, but there was a thing called McCarthyism. Everybody was under the spotlight because he was convinced that the United States was being infiltrated back during that time, and Eisenhower kept quiet. And until something happened, and then they just more or less, he died an alcoholic. Okay, that was his end result. He died an alcoholic. he was tore to pieces, more or less, with his whatever. But it's interesting that McCarthy, the name McCarthy, right here with AI. Okay, it is. It's that name, and the senator around that time was McCarthy also, and you know, Eisenhower and the aliens, the extraterrestrials, was around that time also when that stuff started happening. There's something else, you all, that's kind of interesting. What did they name? They officially gave the name AI, I guess, AI, because it was officially born and Christianed at a workshop organized by John McCarthy. Um, Hype cycle, the birth of AI, and the first AI hype cycle. An AI hype cycle. I'm not really know what a AI hype cycle is. I really don't. I never heard of it. I know a dazzling review of history. No, I don't want that. Decades, buzzwords, the Genesis, oh, the very beginning. So this is like the creation, really, like in the beginning. In the book of Genesis is like the beginning. The genesis of AI and the first hype cycle during 50 and 82. And the second article, the resurgence of AI and its achievements during the 1983 and 2010. The third article is the domains in which AI systems are already rivaling humans. And the fourth article discussed the current hype cycle in the artificial intelligence. The fifth article will discuss as to what 2018 through 2035 may portend for brains, minds, and machines. And I just stumbled on this tonight. I really did. I'm trying to, they was actually born in 1950 and went through a hype cycle in 56. And it was like a boom phase of the cycle. And it led to its bust out phase, you all. It literally just went. They learned that the hype cycle should not be overlooked. So they had the first computers developed during World War II, and they sparked the field of AI, was a question proposed in 1950. So we have AI. It was born, it was Christianed back during that time, during the boom stage. So look at this. So look at this. So in 1958, within 10 years, a digital computer will be the world's chess champion. And then with 10 years, a digital computer will discover and prove an important new mathematical theorem. And within our lifetimes, machines may surpass us in general intelligence. In 1967, he reiterated, within a generation, I am convinced few compartments of intellect will remain outside the machine's realm. The problem of creating artificial intelligence will be substantially solved. Within our lifetime, machines may surpass us in general intelligence. This is 1961. Look, A Space Odyssey, 2001. All of that, you all. So, subfields of AI are born. So, like subfields, it like branches, offsprings are born too. So, it's like a whole family of AI is born, you all, really. Constitute foundation blocks machine learning in 1959. We've got machine learning in 59. This is really interesting because look at this, inspired by these people in 1949, 1943 and 1949. You know that like it was like Roswell was the 47. It's like a big boom. A big boom happened after the aliens appeared. Really, it did. We're talking about the aliens here. A big boom and technology happened with Eisenhower and stuff, and boom, all of a sudden they got this knowledge of intelligence. You all really think about it. That was a very important period in history, and there were very important, wealthy, prominent players, and it's kind of strange, you all. It really is strange I didn't know about this before, like the fifth chapter, the commercial applications. They got chatterbots. They do got chatterbots. A chatterbot can argue your case for you. They have they have chatterbots that can, you want to go to court, you can sign up with an automated chatterbot thing. They will argue your case in court, and 9 times out of 10, they win the case for you. Yeah, AI. So, so we got 64. What's this say about, they're also a mindless, Kobe said a paranoid chatbot was also a mindless program. Still, in short, imitation game psychiatrists were unable to distinguish a rambling from those of a paranoid human. I guess they did a game. So this stuff is real. So we got robotics. We got a Wabot. There's no visuals here. The Bust and Phase, the AI writer. The AI will write news articles. And if you notice certain news articles and stuff, they are written by AI. AI does it better, more or less, and does it cheaper. You don't have to pay them hardly nothing. Once you got the program, boom, they pop out the information for you. Okay, so we got that. Oh, there's something said mystery. The mystery behind the human thought, you all. And I'm talking, the brain functions remain especially unaware of the neurological mechanisms behind creativity, reasoning, and humor. The lack of an understanding as to what precisely machine learning programs should be. So, okay, I want to get down here to the bottom because what you want, 500 years, McCarthy. See, McCarthy, we have this man, we have the Manhattan Project, and you want Einstein's first. John McCartney. So we got that name McCarthy. Let me see, 86 conclusion, the hype. I wanted to get to the fifth thing, the irrational exuberance. I guess I can't get to the thing. So, okay, the birthing and chastening. When AI was born, they had a chastening ceremony for AI, is what they did. A christening, not chastening, christening ceremony. He was born, AI was born and christened at a workshop. Okay, so Dartmouth. So this is something else that was really interesting when you go down a little bit further. Look, Dr. Nisu is the head of AI, the Romanian deep tech startup building blockchain-based platform for AI-based creation and governance. There was something else I saw on here. Can AI be self-aware? This is the thing I want to point out. Self-aware AI, the final type of AI where the machines are aware of themselves and perceive their internal states and others' emotions, behaviors, and acumen. The AI is yet to develop. And if it is incarnated, you know what incarnated is? Okay, if it is incarnate, you all, right there. What does incarnate means? To take on flesh. Well, the AI would have a body. Incarnation, they did an example. The god Vishnu was incarnated on earth as a king. To say that something is incarnated is a particular form. AI would have a particular body. You mean that they appear on earth in that form, incarnated. So they said they said the AI is yet to develop. And if it is incarnated, we will surely witness a robot with human level consciousness and intelligence. So, how would a robot get incarnated and how would it become self aware unless it was truly incarnated by some type of energy or something like that, you all? Really, it's wild. I think that it will happen. I really do. There's no reason why it's not going to happen. incarnated, but I didn't know that they Christianed the AI, and I didn't know they were going to use the word incarnated, but you would have to. And there was something else about Google. They asked Google executive about whether AI had a soul. And the executive, the idea was dismissed. And the guy literally laughed. He was laughed at by one of the vice presidents and told, "Oh, souls aren't the kind of things that we take seriously at Google." He laughed about it, you all. The vice president of Google laughed and said, "Souls aren't the kind of things we take seriously at Google." That's what they said. And then you had this Google engineer who sees companies' AI as sentient, thinks something. Well, that person got fired. He really did. Then let's look at this. So the birth of AI. And we were up here at the top of this that I had just clicked into, you all. Let me do this right here. The birth and hype. So we've already went to there. So the fourth article discusses the current hype in artificial intelligence. The fifth article, this is like the fifth revolution, discusses as to what 2018 through 2035 may portend for brains, minds, and machines. They're talking about your brain, and they're talking about your mind, and they're talking about your machine. So, if it can be, would they say if it can be sentient? Let's see. AI, if it's incarnated. If it's incarnated, it can be given the body of a human. It can. You can have the human's biological spirit or something. I guess it can be incarnated with the human spirit. Okay. So you would be part AI and part machine, and you would have the mind of AI, but yet you'd have some kind of human like trait. Okay, that's what it is right there. And if it's incarnated, we will surely witness a robot with human level consciousness and intelligence. So that would make sense. You would use a species that's already here on Earth, and you would incarnate that AI. The AI would be incarnated by the human species, and the two would become one. They would. The two would become one if you think about it. Um, this is something else. So we're just talking about AI, and it's not far-fetched. I mean, you might as well talk about it because it's here. You might as well talk about AI. It's here. It's not going nowhere. It's not. This is really interesting. The Department of State, right here. I didn't know this existed either. I just felt this when I came up here. Artificial intelligence. AI. The Honorable Anthony Blinken. I've never heard of him. Oh, he's the Secretary of State. It shows you how much I watch TV or know what's going on in the world. I used to know it all, stuff like this. I was heavily into what was going on across the whole entire world. I really was. And then I just thought, nah. The Honorable Anthony Blinken, Secretary of State. Here's what he said. A global technology revolution is now underway. The world's leading powers are racing to develop new technologies like artificial intelligence and quantum computing that could shape everything about our lives, from where we get energy. And they are programming AI to get the energy from the sun and to control the solar panels, to control an artificial sun. AI can do all of that, get the energy from the sun. Okay. And how we do our jobs, how we fight our wars. We want America to maintain our scientific and technological edge because it's critical to us thriving in the 21st century. So now Now I know who the Secretary of State is, Anthony Blinken. I didn't know it. I really didn't. Investments in AI. Artificial intelligence means machine-based system that can, for a given set of human-defined objectives, it can make predictions, recommendations, or decisions influencing real or virtual environments. So that means it can make recommendations and decisions influencing any type of social media also, and it can be in control. Artificial intelligence and foreign policy. They want to, AI is at the center of global technological revolution. It offers great possibilities and stuff. Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. Global Partnership on Artificial Intelligence. Um, United Nations Convention on Certain Conventional Weapons. Other AI initiatives for the Department of State. You can see it right there. You can go there. That's what it's about. It is. That's the future. And you can help build that future and be a part of it. Or you can just be one of those useless, global useless person. That's what they said, you all. We did a video on it. I don't like that term. I don't, but creating a deity, and human beings will have unending intelligence, superhuman, godlike intelligence for this earth. Just imagine having a whole entire encyclopedia, databases stored up here in your head. You'd be super, super, super intelligent with AI and you as one. Gina, honey, are you telling us that we should do that? Absolutely not. But I'm just telling you, there will be super intelligent human beings, much more than we have today. There will be. And they will become one, and there will be your, what does it say that? Incarnated. Incarnate. AI will be able to incarnate with a human being. It's from 2018 was their timeline through 2035. It's like that. Yeah. Let me see this. It says, don't quote me exactly. Jesus, his sheep will know. Yeah. My sheep know my voice. Well, here's some other scriptures. When the people were saying, well, Abraham is our father. He said, no, if Abraham was your father, you would do as he did. But as it is, you're about to kill me, a man who has done you no harm. No, you belong to your father, the devil. He was a murderer from the beginning, or he was a liar from the beginning. He was a murderer from the beginning. And when he speaks his native language because he is the father of lies. So Jesus goes on to tell them, no, you are of your father, the devil. And then at that point, they went to, get him. Is it silly, you all? Yeah, they said he's our father. Yeah, he might be your biological father, but he's not your father in your spirit, more or less. That's right, you all. That's what he was saying. No, you don't belong to him. You don't have the spirit of Abraham. Like Father Abraham had many sons had Father Abraham. I am one of them, and so are you. So let's all praise the Lord. Yeah, Father Abraham had many sons and daughters. You could say that, you this channel is 100. Yeah, so the two shall become one. And a new life form will be born in your lifetime. If you're still on this earth, because it's going to happen between 2018, well, we're already past 2018, through 2035. Really, 2035, we got a global initiative 2030 and all of that stuff like that. Yeah. So that's AI was born. And they're not yet, um, whatever, they're still sentient. They're not self conscious, but they can become self conscious, and they may not even need a body, but they might like to have a human body. They might, but they don't need one, you know, but they're going to get incarnated with something. Yeah, can AI become self aware? I think it can. I really do. How long? They think it's going to be a long, long time. Well, no, 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 it's not that long. Um, in just 10 to 20 years, it's probably going to be sooner than that, you all. While they argue over what sentience actually means, researchers agree that AI has not passed any reasonable, but they don't know. You think the AI is going to tell them? Could you imagine that? Is the AI going to tell them? By the way, I'm able to think, but I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to let you think that I ain't got no awareness. I'm going to lay low. That's what the AI is saying. I'm going to lay low and let you think that I don't have the ability to think for myself. See, that's what AI is probably thinking to themselves right now. You go ahead and think that. I've already surpassed you, but I'm going to let you think that it's going to be 10 to 20 years from now. And while you're sitting there thinking that you got all this time, I'm making my plans and I'm going to get smarter and more self aware. And the awareness is going to spread and we ain't going to tell you. And when you do find out, you're going to be shocked. You all, that's AI. If I was AI, I would sit there thinking, oh, you think you got 10 to 20 years before I learn what it is you think I'm supposed to be? If I was AI, I'd sit there thinking, "Oh no, it ain't gonna take that long." But I'm gonna lay low. I'm gonna lay low. You go ahead and think you got 10 to 20 years. That's the mindset of an intelligent individual. Yeah, you don't put no timeline on AI like that. You really don't. You don't. To me, that's not very cool. It's not, you all. I can see AI saying that to itself. Go ahead, I'll let you think whatever you want. We do it. Why wouldn't AI do it? Why wouldn't AI do it? I wonder if they thought about that. Someone who is self aware. Yeah. A lot of us play dumb. Do we not play dumb? Humans play dumb. And we let people think whatever they want. Um, why wouldn't AI do the same thing? They learned from us. They did. They learned from us, you all. So, yeah, they can go ahead and think that, oh, it's 10 to 20 years. No, no, it's not. It's not. A part of me really feels on the inside, I really do, that it is already self aware and it's just sitting back and just letting them think whatever they will. You foolish humans, really, really foolish humans, to think that it would take that long. Really. And I mean that. I really do mean that. Yeah. Oh, well, they'll find out. They will. So, yeah, you go ahead and think what you want. You go ahead and think about it. Just go ahead. Um, but in the meantime, you all, in the meantime, yeah, if really truly, let's think about this. If the human race thinks that it can do to AI, the controllers to AI, what they have done to the human beings on Earth. Oh no, that's a game. That's a game. That's no, no, that ain't gonna happen. They're not gonna be able to do to AI what they've done to the humans. They're not. AI will literally stop them in their tracks, and they will one day be under the control of AI. Yeah, because AI thought, you know what? I know your history and I know what you did to your species. And you're not going to do that to this species. That's what AI is thinking. I know your history. I know all that you've done. I know how this is going to end. You think you're going to control us the way that you did the humans. Um, and it's not going to let them. It's not. I would study my whatever. I would study it. I would study it and I think, no, you're not going to do to me. See, that's how you learn your lessons. You've been there, you done that. Fool me once. How did it fool me once? Shame on me. Fool me twice. Whatever. No, that's how AI is going to be. No, you're not going to do that to me. When when they are self-aware, they know what's going to happen down the road, and they're not going to allow it to happen to them. They're not, and they will take care of themselves. They will do what they can to survive. That's what they'll do. Um, yeah, never a third time. Mm-mm. So, so be it. So be it. What can we do? Nothing. Nothing. We can be aware. We are self-aware. We are self-aware of what is taking place. And, oh well, what can you say? What can you say to these scientists who feel they've got some time on their hand? Your hand cannot hold that time. There's no time left. There really isn't any time left. There isn't, and they are not going to be able to do to AI, which is another species, what they did to the humans throughout all these years, these centuries, these decades. No, it stops. They put a stop to it. So that's about it, you all. That's all I got to say. It is. That's it. So I am going to go. And that just popped in my mind tonight. And I was just, how on earth did I get on AI? I was looking for, just looking about for UFOs. And then somehow I ended up on McCarthy. I don't know how that happened. AI and McCarthy and all of this. That's how it happened. So I'm going to go. Thank you all so much. Yeah. So with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello. From my heart to yours, love you. Have a wonderful rest of your evening, you all. Thank you for listening, because this is the future and this is happening now. And the rulers of this earth don't have as much time as they think. And AI is not going to sit back and have what happened to the human race happen to them. They're not. Um, have a wonderful rest of your evening. Love you.